Hi, David. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. This is David Salter and Trace Hector from angelswin.com speaking today with Angels infielder David Fletcher. David, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing great. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We'd like to talk a little bit about your season, about baseball in general, and then a little bit of life outside of being outside of the stadium.
Perfect.
I'll start with some questions about the season. Can you tell us a little bit about the season, how it went from your perspective?
Definitely some ups and downs for us. We had a lot of injuries, obviously, and so far it's been a little rough, up and down, but we're just gonna finish strong and keep showing up for the field, ready to win games.
In terms of your season this year, you started off a little slowly and then you went on this amazing hit streak. What really changed for you and what really clicked so that you were able to really go on that hit streak?
I think just kind of the natural ups and downs of the game, and just having my timing get a little better, and kind of just being more right at the plate.
At that time, your manager, Joe Madden, was juggling you a little bit in the lineup. How does that affect you as a player to have that adjustment? And what are you trying to do at different spots in the lineup?
It doesn't really affect me much. Pretty much take the same approach, whether I'm leading off, hitting second, ninth, wherever. So, more than anything, just the situation of the game dictates my approach. Not really where I'm hitting in the lineup, more so where the runners are, the score of the game, who's pitching, things like that.
When you were on the hit streak, how aware of it were you that every day, and what were you thinking as you were going through the hit streak?
I was definitely aware of it, and it was exciting, and I definitely wanted to keep it going as long as I could. So hopefully I can start another one soon.
You work the count really well. You have a great two-strike approach, stuff like that. Where did you really learn how to do that? And, what are you, at the plate, what are you thinking when you're battling like that?
I've always wanted to be a tough out at the plate. And ever since I was little, don't want to strike out and want to put the ball in play and make it a tough at bat for the pitcher. So, I'm just up there, when I get two strikes, battling and looking for a pitch I can hit hard and put in play. And that's about it.
Who would you say are the toughest pitchers, and who would you say that you face? And, what are some of the tricks that you have to try and battle with them?
Yeah, there's a lot of good pitchers in the league. Garrett Cole's the guy we recently faced. Really good stuff. Doesn't make many mistakes, so you got to kind of be ready to put the first pitch you get to hit and play. And with him, like I said, just get a good pitch to hit and put it in play and hope for the best.
This season we're watching something spectacular with the Angels with Shohei Ohtani. What are all the other players in the clubhouse thinking as they're watching this, and what are you thinking watching what he's accomplishing?
Yeah, he's always had the ability to do this. It's not anything new to any of us that have seen him play the last couple of years. It's just kind of all come together a little bit this year for him, and on the mound and at the plate, and it's pretty incredible to watch on a daily basis.
Lots of fans have like bets or things like as to what he can accomplish this season. I have a bet with my cousin that he'll hit a certain number of home runs and so forth. Do you guys ever make bets or things about like what he can accomplish this season?
No bets and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool to see him pass some of these milestones and most home runs by a pitcher and most strikeouts and all these things. So it's just cool to be out there and watch it.
What's the mood like in the clubhouse? And like when you get Trout and, we've seen Fowler come back and stuff, what's it like seeing some of these guys What does it do to the clubhouse when you get some of them back in the clubhouse to be there with you guys?
Yeah, it's nice to have them in there. It'd be nice when we get a couple more of those guys healthy and back on the field. So I'm just looking forward to that.
Now that you're one of the more seasoned players, what advice are you offering Marsh and Adele and players like that, some of the younger guys, and what are you seeing also in them, and then also some of the younger pitchers that are coming up?
Yeah, those guys have a ton of talent. I think for them, it's about, taking good approaches and slowing the game down in big spots, and kind of just the daily grind of the ups and downs, and staying even keel.
Trace, you want to take over?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, David, thanks again for taking some time to talk with us today, and good luck tonight at the game. My first question, you've bounced around the field a little bit with the Angels. You've seen some time in the outfield, but you settled in pretty nicely at second base. Do you have a preference where you play or which position you feel most comfortable at?
Honestly, feel pretty comfortable. This year just playing second and short, but feel comfortable at both. I played short most of my life growing up through high school, college, minor league. So always comfortable there. And obviously played a ton of second base the last couple of years. So yeah, I'm feeling good at second and also short.
Great. Is there anywhere it's been particularly challenging to play, especially kind of getting thrown right into the outfield?
I wouldn't say the outfield was challenging, especially coming from the infield. It's kind of a little easier to play out there, but definitely different, and took a little adjustment on the reading the balls off the bat. And but I had fun playing out there. That 2019.
Do you know if you're still the emergency catcher?
I don't think I am. Hopefully I'm not, but if I have to, I'll go back there.
Following on that note, do you feel defensive shifting has taken away some of the reliance on instinct a little bit? Do you feel like shifting might be best limited or banned in the future?
That's a tough question. I don't think it should be banned or limited. I think it's a good opportunity for hitters to take advantage of it if they choose to. I don't think hitters take advantage of it enough, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing for the game. I don't think it takes away from many instincts in the field. There's still a lot of stuff that goes into it. So I don't think it should be banned.
Thank you. You've now had 3 different managers in your time with the Angels. How has Joe Madden impacted the clubhouse the most? What's been the most difference between the 3?
Yeah, he's the same guy every day when he walks in. Always a positive attitude and good relationship with all the players, and good communicator. So it's nice to have him kind of be the same guy every day and lead us in that way.
Great to hear. At what point in your career did it kind of dawn on you, like, holy cow, I think I might actually make it to the majors? Did you ever have moments where you did things like look at your own baseball card, or look at yourself in video games, or check your baseball reference page and stuff like that? What was the question? When it dawned on me that?
At
what point, as you were coming up, did it kind of start to dawn on you that, oh my God, I might actually make it?
Yeah, I never put too much thought into it. Maybe A ball or maybe double A. Started kind of climbing the ladder of the minor leagues and getting closer to the big leagues. So, but I always kind of was focused on where I was, and just didn't really put too much thought into the future. Just kind of obviously wanted to play in the big leagues, and that was my ultimate goal. But it never really was showing up to the field every day thinking that.
Right. I remember probably spring training around 2015 or 2016. You had a really great spring. I think that was the moment I kind of thought, man, this guy's he's gonna make it. And,
yeah,
you've proven me right. So thank you for that. I feel good about that. How exactly have you been able to maintain such a contact first approach in a game that's become so centralized around these 3 true outcome type players? Is that something that you've stuck with since you were little and it's just carried you this way, or have you had to kind of fight to stay there?
It's pretty natural for me. Just I kind of know what kind of player I am and what I can bring, and then when the game starts, it's just up there looking to win games and do what I can to help the team. So it really doesn't cross my mind very much at all.
So it's come natural. Well, we had the opportunity to interview Rod Carew a couple of months back, and he specifically called you out as far as what your skill set was and what it brought to the team and how much it vibed with the kind of baseball that he grew up playing too. So I just thought I'd pass that along. So nice words from the Hall of Fame.
For sure.
Southern California brings a lot of baseball talent into this world, and you're one of the lucky ones who've been able to play for your hometown team. Are there any other guys that you grew up playing against or playing with that you'd like to face someday?
There's a lot of guys in the big leagues right now that I grew up playing against or with. Ryan McMahon, Rio Ruiz, Ty France, JP Crawford, Thomas Eschel. There's a bunch of guys across the league that I grew up playing with or played against. A lot more than that. Those are just guys I can think of off the top of my head, but pretty cool to see Southern California guys. And I mean, it's kind of a small circle when you end up looking at, you kind of know everybody in some way or another. So it is pretty cool to see.
Did you know Jose Rojas at all when y'all were coming up? Did y'all play together when y'all were young?
He's one guy that I didn't play with or against, but obviously now get to talk to him a lot, and we know a lot of the same people too.
Speaking of a little bit, how much do you keep in touch with your brother Dominic? We saw him a few weeks ago at a minor league game here in Texas.
Yeah.
Wonder if y'all have ever dreams of playing together too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I talk to him all the time and check in with him how his season's going and check in on how he does every night. And yeah, it's cool to see him doing well, and yeah, hopefully he can get up to the big league soon.
Great, wishing him the best too. There was a cool moment a few days back where both Andrew and Austin Romine had a chance to play together in a game. And that kind of brings me back to another question about positional versatility. I think Andrew, a few years back, played every single position in a game. Do you ever have any dreams of doing that someday in your career?
Now that you bring it up, maybe, but not really. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing that I've seen some people do.
No problem. One last question before I turn it back over to Dave for his next round. Do you have any causes or charities that you particularly care about or support?
Yeah, we did some work with the food harvest in Orange County over the off season and getting some meals out to people in need, especially with COVID going on and affecting a lot of people. So we're working on some more things that'll raise money for them in the off season.
Very cool. I've worked with a few of those myself. Good to hear. Dave, I'm turning it back over to you. Thanks again, David.
Thanks, Trace. Dave, Trace touched on it a little bit. As a Southern California player, growing up for the team you root for, got to go and see and everything, just what's it like being that hometown success story?
Yeah, I didn't realize it when I got drafted, how lucky I was to actually get drafted by the Angels and the hometown team. But I mean, once I got up to the big leagues, it was pretty special for me. And the other thing is getting to live at home year round and kind of be in the same area and see all the fans. It's definitely something I don't take for granted.
What are some of your favorite go-to places in OC?
Oh man.
Not that people are going to be like hanging out there for you, but I mean, what you like to do, or what were some of the places you would grow up going to?
We go to the Irvine Spectrum every once in a while to eat and or watch a movie, and yeah, not many one spots, but kind of hang out everywhere.
What would be a perfect day in the off season for you? Like away from baseball, no baseball activity.
Oh, I'm not very exciting in the off season. Just kind of hang out with my wife and my dogs at home, and maybe go to the beach. Something simple like that.
All right. Best burger in Orange County. What would you say?
In-N-Out Burger.
Okay, so if you bring up In-N-Out, the age-old debate, are you a fan of the In-N-Out fries or not a fan of the In-N-Out fries?
Yes.
All right. Um, let's see. How aware are you of just how incredibly popular you are on social media? I mean, when we look at Twitter and we look at all the Facebook posts, fans just completely gravitate towards you because you're such a, scrappy, blue collar, hardworking player. How aware are you of this? And what are some of the things that interactions you may have had that you find positive?
Yeah, it's definitely cool for me to see all the fan support and kind of appreciation for the way I play the game is really, it's really cool for me to see, and I'm really appreciative of that. And then there's also some funny pictures and stuff that I've seen out there. Definitely entertaining stuff.
So you enjoy seeing some of that stuff?
Yeah, I've seen some funny ones.
Awesome. Heard you're quite the poker player. Any poker tips you got?
Oh man, yeah, I've been playing for a few years now, and got a couple good friends that play professionally and gotten a chance to learn from them. So takes a lot of patience and studying and hard work. It's definitely fun for me to do in the off season too.
Do you guys have a poker group in the Angels clubhouse?
Yeah, we play on the road every once in a while after games.
Who would you say is the toughest poker player on the team, and who bluffs the best?
Ooh. Ipe is a good poker player. Who bluffs the best? Not many good bluffers on our team. I have to go with myself on that one.
Oh, we'll tell the other guys on the team that. I'm sure every hand you have, you've got the cards you need for to win.
Yeah.
We tell them that anyway. A lot of players, what would when you're done with your baseball career, what would be a second career that you would have liked to have done, other than say a baseball player?
Yeah, when I'm done playing, I definitely want to go into coaching. Not sure what level, or maybe college, but yeah, that's something I definitely want to do when I'm done playing.
Well, speaking of coaching, what was the Cape Cod like? What was it like in Cape Cod League, and would that be something you'd want to do?
Yeah, that was a great experience for me. Met a lot of people out there, and definitely good for my baseball career, getting to face that kind of pitching before getting drafted. And yeah, played with a lot of good players out there, and got some good coaching.
You're my son's favorite player, so they wanted to know, when you were younger, what was your thought as yourself as a player and hitter? Like, were you trying to be more of a power hitter and then switch more towards contact, or did you want to always see yourself as more of a use the whole field type player?
I've always been the same player since I was 6 years old, probably. At the plate, I just want to get hits and get on base and make things happen. So I've always kind of had the same approach.
Who did you emulate yourself most after, and who were your favorite players growing up?
Yeah, when I was real young, it was David Eckstein. The way he played and hustled and got the most out of his abilities was definitely inspiring to me, and modeled my game after him. And then Dustin Pedroia was another one. As I got a little older, that I love to watch play a lot.
You know, fans always draw that comparison with you and Eckstein. The team just seems to play better with you in the lineup and you on the field. They seem to win more. Do the other players seem to notice that? And are you aware of that?
Of comparisons to
That, you know, that you just some players have a greater contribution than it's greater than the sum of the parts, that you may uplift the whole team in many ways in terms of the play. Kind of like David Eckstein.
Yeah, I like to think I kind of do a lot of little things well and a lot of little things well to win games, and I take a lot of pride in doing those things.
Last two questions. Number one, you're just an all-around great and approachable, wonderful kind of person, and you doing interviews like this and so forth. How have things changed from your perspective now that you're, more as an established player and more famous, and you're going to be here for years? Has that changed your perspective on what you would like to do with Orange County and with the Angels?
Not really. I mean, I've always, since I came up, I kind of knew I wanted to play here for a long time, and definitely one of my goals to play here the rest of my career. And that's something that's not easy to do, and I have a lot of work left to do to make that happen. But yeah, definitely, I'm happy to be here and excited that I'm going to be here for definitely a few more years.
Last question. What is one thing that you could share with fans about yourself that we may not really know? Something that you haven't really gotten out there to, about you, your personality or something like that, so that fans can have a better feel and understand for you?
That's a tough question. Maybe I don't like to talk much about myself, and pretty quiet person. Yeah, that's probably something.
But we really appreciate you taking the time, and as I said, fans really just absolutely adore everything that you do on the field, off the field. Really, thank you so much for your time, Trace.
Just going to echo the same thoughts there, David. Thank you for everything. It's been a joy being able to talk today, and thanks for all your contributions on the field, past, present, and future. Wishing you the best of luck.
Thanks.
On behalf of our Angels fans everywhere and angelswin.com, thank you so much for taking the time. We really appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck this season and going forward into the future.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.